So I'm going to prepare what they call farmer's cheese, which I'll use for my cheese danishes tomorrow. I have 4 cups of milk. I made a very small batch because I don't need very much. And I have here about a tablespoon of lemon juice. That's the juice of a quarter of lemon. It's probably less than a tablespoon, I hope. This is coming up to a boil. When it comes to a boil, I add a pinch of salt. And I'm going to use cheesecloth because that's what it's for. I use it for lots of things. And I'm going to line my colander with it. I don't want it to be thin, so I'm going to quadruple it. Here, each thin layer. But that's for later. I'm also going to use my Dutch oven to press it overnight so that it's most of the liquid is expressed out of it. That's it for now. This has to boil, and I'll show you that stage. Okay, so the milk is at the beginning of a boil. I have to get my spoon. I want it to be a little bit more than just foam before I take it off the heat. That's called scalding. And of course the bottom feels a little scalded. So I'm just going to turn it up a bit. Then we'll add the acid, in which this case it's lemon juice. Okay, there it goes. See it? See it? Okay, take it off right away. Turn it off. Pour in the lemon juice and stir it around. And within 5 to 10 minutes, we're going to have curds. If I did enough lemon juice, I forgot to add the pinch of salt, which is always necessary for cheese, for anything really. So here's the pinch of salt. I'm going to stir it again. When these curds come, oh, you can see it's starting. And, just let it go because there's a lot of milk. One of the recipes I saw shows a gallon of milk being turned into cheese. I certainly don't need a gallon. So this is a quarter of a gallon, which is 4 cups. And so you just let that sit. And you can't see it. So see, it's curdling on the top, but you want it to go all the way down. And then, hold on. That could take 10 minutes, so we're gonna let it rest off the heat like that. And then we're going to pour it through here, and then we're going to twist and squeeze. And then I'm gonna find some kind of method to compact it overnight. Okay, so we've got our fresh curds going here. I'm trying to set up an apparatus to dry them out. And because my sink is full, well, it's not full, but I don't know how to show you. I'm going to use a bowl to strain out the whey, and we're going to bring up, I'm just going to set that down for now, and we're going to bring up the edges of the cheesecloth, and we're going to press. And at this point, you don't need the strainer. Can you see it? We're going to press, and we're going to twist to get the moisture out. So what we have is enough cheese to make, I don't know, a dozen pastries. And so you squeeze as much as you can, because you cannot use you cannot make farmer's cheese. Oh, look, it's coming up. So I've kind of squeezed too hard. I guess I'm I guess I'm stronger than I think. So then what we're gonna do is we're gonna press it. I wish there was a way. Here, let's try this. We're gonna press it down overnight with a a Dutch oven to keep it, keep the solids. And this isn't gonna work. I didn't test this out before. So I'm using a wider bowl in the casserole. And then we're gonna press this overnight with the weight. With this weight, the extra juice should run out. Hey lovelies, let's discover together how my pressed cheese ended up. It was weighted down with my, oh, there's lots of flour in the bottom, with a Dutch oven, and very little water came out. I guess I squeezed it really well. And I want to weigh it because I need around, that's fluid ounces, grams. I'm going to do it in ounces. I want 8. And I have 6.8, which is fine because I don't have enough pastry. But that will help me with the indication. Let me get a nice clean bowl. An indication of how to season it when I make the pastry. When I develop this for making cheese danishes. Okay, so I used a whole bunch of, no, I need something else. I used a whole giant piece of cheesecloth, and now that's probably where all the liquid went, and now I have to get it out extricate it from the cheesecloth. And like I said, I'm only making 9 danishes, so this will be fine, and it's super dry. And I guess I did the right amount. I'm gonna take a fork and scrape and get as much off as possible. The recipe for making this asked for like an entire gallon of milk. And I wasn't gonna make an entire gallon of milk worth of cheese because, you know, I can buy ricotta. I just can't buy farmer's cheese. And that's what we're gonna use as a base with flavorings for these danishes. So yeah, I guess that's where all the liquid went. It went right into the big pot of cheesecloth I made. I don't think that I have anything left to speak of here. So that's it. I think we did our job, and I made just the right amount. But this is gonna get stirred up with sugar and some other flavors. You could add raisins. I'm not going to. I'm gonna add sour cherries.